hope you voted. Midterms are over. I hope your candidates won, but we don't care anymore.
I feel like that guy at the end of The Matrix 3.
The war is over! The war is over!
Yeah, I don't give a fuck who you voted for as long as you went out and did it. Actually, I do kind of care, but I'm not going to express those kind of things on here. I'm going to take the Larry King approach.
I just hope you voted. I hope your candidate won for you, but...
Man, there's some people who's like, that takes over their whole identity, you know, and they just get super angry.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a little crazy. Jason, the last guest, was talking to us about somebody who like cornered him in the bathroom at work trying to like, you know, fucking start some shit. He was like, dude, let me take a pee-pee. Like, come on.
Like trying to pressure him who to vote for or what?
No, this is afterwards, after, you know, everything. What's done is done at this point. And he wanted to fight about it.
Do you want to fight about it?
No, not really.
Oh, so we've had about, 2 weeks off?
2 weeks to recoup. It was, like, well needed, you know?
Yep. Had some family stuff going on.
Yep.
It's November. That's Men's Health Week.
Mm-hmm.
I think anybody, man or woman, should be going to get a regular checkup. It's important to...
I've been growing this beard for a lot of days for this 1 a month. Not really. Actually, got some guys at work starting to do it, and, like, one's going to be growing a mustache instead. But he's starting with a beard because you can't just jump into a mustache, man. You can't just like start growing pubic hair on top of your lip.
Mustaches just aren't really a good look.
Hey, come on. Dude, I'm gonna do a mustache before. Like, I'm just gonna start chipping away once I decide to like get rid of this. Like, what I'm thinking about doing is just like letting like all the layers that are up here like get down to here, and then like start cutting it so like I have like everything as thick as it can be. Do that for a while, and then I'll start, like, eventually I'll just fucking show up to work looking like Kurt Russell out of fucking Hateful Eight. Just this gone, just a mustache that goes all the way down to here.
Yeah, the handlebars of doom.
Dude, that thing is beyond handlebars, man. And then I'm gonna wear a big fur coat, fake of course, cruelty free, and then blood puke in the fucking lunchroom. Blah! Blah! God, I fucking love that. He's just talking, then all of a sudden, blah! It's like, oh, this is a Tarantino movie I've been waiting for. It just started.
But yeah, on that note, get yourself checked out.
On the note of Cowboys, though, man, that Red Dead's looking mighty tempting, man.
It's just not on. It's only on console right now.
Yeah, at the like I was looking in the Facebook Marketplace for like a secondhand Xbox or a PlayStation to see if I get a good deal, but I just can't bring myself to fucking, you know, buy a console just so I can play Kingdom Hearts. You know, like it's just a dumb move, you know?
Yeah, I'll just wait. It'll come out on PC.
There's already been some like data mining going on, and there's some references to Oculus Rift and PC in some of like the files that are in the game already. So
I believe it.
Yeah, they're just gonna make us fucking wait.
Yeah, that's fine.
I actually held on to my... I think last game I played on 360 was GTA 5. But, you know, this is a big deal. This is a big piece of media. They set a record for the most money brought in by any piece of media ever for a weekend, but they still did not dethrone Grand Theft Auto 5 because Grand Theft Auto 5 brought in $1 billion in a day, like overnight. And this one brought in like 700, 800 million over a weekend, which is like bigger than Star Wars, you know?
I think those articles, like, in this frame of time, it's already outsold the previous Red Dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in like
8
2
years
days.
It's been out or something, yeah.
But like it set that record because technically Grand Theft Auto 5 released during the week and not a weekend. But Grand Theft Auto 5, yeah, it's brought in the most amount of money for anything. They had like a semi-successful, very successful online that just kept on bringing in cash. But I never got into it. It wasn't my thing.
I did not purchase that one. I thought I would have, but I didn't end up doing that. I am very excited for Red Dead 2 because I loved the other one.
Yeah.
And everyone likes playing cowboys. It's just that whole Americana type deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a little lost bit of history.
Yep. That Man vs. Wild vs. Civilization, Loner.
Versus gangs.
Yeah, it's great. Love it.
Yeah, before the West got its reins pulled in by the Federals.
And everyone loves everyone loves those Westerns. Like, it's just...
I didn't as a kid. My mom loved them, but I wasn't a big Western person.
Clint Eastwood and the Duke and...
The spaghetti Westerns were my shit.
I love a good spaghetti Western.
Yeah. Well, me and you have listened to countless times that fucking track from...
Enrico Morricone or whatever.
Yeah, from My Name is Nobody.
Yep.
Which the cover of that movie, you would think it's going to be kind of lighthearted. Nope.
So any crazy mishaps so far throughout your week?
No, like, just been fucking, like, I got to redo a conference room, just, like, rewiring, like, we got a new projector and stuff, so now we got, like, a nice big screen. Very nice.
Screen.
It's, like, a wireless, too, so, like, there's, like, no wires being, like, run from it. But there's lag, so you can't really, like, you couldn't game on it. You really have to chip out some buck for a wireless HDMI, but it exists.
That wouldn't lag?
Yep. And for those of you out there who are thinking of getting WiDi, don't. Or the WiDi and Miracast, it's like a wireless video transmission that's built into a lot of devices now and, like, you know, displays. It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks.
Why'd you try it?
Yeah, like you start like loading up the video and it'll play for 2 seconds and then
buffering.
It doesn't buffer, it just stops playing, and then you have to like stop the video from playing on your device, and then it starts playing all the shit that you've done in between when it locked up. So it's like, where is this going? Why don't you just keep playing it?
I'm not even familiar with this technology.
It's like a video transmission standard. It's boring shit. Let's not. How about that?
Oh, I have something that's not boring. A woman engaged to a ghost says she wants to marry and have a ghost baby.
Oh, man. But didn't it start out as her wanting to fuck like 20 ghosts?
No, I believe she has
had
fucked
sex.
20 ghosts.
Has. In quotes.
I just want to...
And this is a channel that, well, you really connected with.
Are we allowed to play
Very
this?
much so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
At this presence, can you tell us anything about him, her, it?
I refer to it as him because that's easier.
Yeah.
It's very ancient, very wise, very...
Oh, that screams daddy issues, man. I swear.
Yeah, Amethyst Realm. Interesting name. Probably got a name change at some point. I imagine her running the local Hogwarts Emporium. But she has had 20 paranormal lovers throughout her life.
God, just think.
And now she's just finally settling down. She flew to Australia on a business trip earlier this year, and she came... this is directly ripped out of the article. An unbelievable surprise.
She's got ghost clap. Could you imagine all the paranormal... Could you imagine what a paranormal STD would be like? Your fucking head
It just screams
like...
when you open your legs up. But she's quoted about her unbelievable surprise that I had not had a phantom fling for a while, and as I was away on business starting a new relationship was the last thing on my mind, Realm, a spiritual counselor told the Sun. Then one day I was walking through the bush enjoying nature, and all of a sudden I felt this incredible energy. A new lover had arrived. So she's just walking around and bam.
So she's not only fucking spirits, she's kind of a slut. And I don't mean to slut shame if that's your thing, but like, hey, you know, knock knock, DTF, Jesus Christ, man.
Then they have a small brief article off that about another woman who claims to have married the ghost of an 18th century pirate. I mean, the article just kind of devolves into other ghost relationships, which I didn't know were really a thing, but I'm not surprised. Do you have feelings, thoughts on this? Finding love in the spiritual realm?
I don't knock it entirely because not this specifically, but like the whole spirit thing. I don't knock it entirely because I just don't know. But with the the kind of people I tend to talk to with that, they also tend to subscribe to a lot of other things that are like kind of this is kind of like in the the like aliens and stuff like that, conspiracy theories. And this is like, it's like a common thread a lot of the time. You would believe in this thing. You also believe in like a bunch of other things that are popular among that crowd, which just kind of tends to lead me to believe it's bullshit. Because if you got somebody who was like into this one thing and like believed in that, then yeah, fine. Maybe you do have something going on there. But it's like so common that like a lot of these people believe
They're just buying all of it.
Yeah, they buy into all of it. And then once one thing crops up to be true, or like it's like once one conspiracy theory that you had subscribed to crops up and it's true, they go, you see? I was telling you this entire time. It's like everybody's still like, shut up, you fucker.
So you don't think this is just a direct correlation to her childhood love for the movie Ghost?
Is it? Did she love Ghost?
I don't know.
Oh my God, fucking Nick. When before we solved the mystery of the light turning on and off in the fucking kitchen, which I can tell. All right, so moved in here, had like Nick Wen moved in here. And he lived here for about a year. And it was right around the time Patrick Swayze had died. And the fucking light in the kitchen, depending on like, sometimes it would just turn off. Sometimes it would just turn on. And we were like, what the fuck? So it was like primarily, it was primarily old people that had lived in this building. And we're like, oh, it's like a ghost, and like that shit would happen, and
It's old lady ghost.
fucking Nick would just be like, oh, Patrick Swayze, is that you? So eventually we found out it was a dimmer switch that was actually on the switch, and it just wore out over time. And it was like on a 2-switch circuit, so whether you're in the hallway or in the kitchen, you could turn the light on or off.
Oh.
So depending on which one was flipped up, if the light in the kitchen wasn't like forced all the way up into the joint, it would just fall down because it was worn out.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like after a while of being freaked out by it, we were like, oh, yeah, it's usually the most, the simplest and logical explanation. But there's some people that it's like, I know some people who every house they've moved into, there's ghosts in here, there's a bunch of spooks in here.
No, you just got Nightingale floors. I'm sorry. But yeah, speaking of ghosts, I went out to breakfast with a couple of buddies on last Saturday, and
you overheard somebody talking about a headboard they bought at Goodwill.
that was a great story. But no, my buddy was like, "Yeah, Ghost is gonna be in theaters down in Madison," and I was like, "Who? Why are they re-releasing Ghost in theaters?" But I was mistaken. He was talking about the band Ghost.
Oh,
yeah. But I'm sitting there. I was like, I was like, what? You want us to all go see Patrick Swayze like do the bass scene in theaters with you? Like, I don't understand. I don't want to go
never really
see
gotten
that.
the appeal of the band Ghost. I think they were back in town because they had to cancel some event, and only the people that had bought tickets to them previously were allowed to go see it.
Oh, you're talking about the guy dying at the rave?
Is that what happened? I don't
The
know.
last time Ghost was in town, yeah,
Yeah.
somebody died.
No, really?
Yeah, I was like a heart attack or something.
Oh, so they just canceled the show?
Yep. Yep. So, but they're in Madison. I don't know if they're gonna make people drive from the rave out to Madison for a.
Well, I thought it was a show at the rave because the local radio station was advertising that they aren't putting out tickets for this one. Only people that were at the last one or had tickets for the last one can attend. But we got them, motherfuckers! And I'm like, ooh, yeah, great,
Because we couldn't get rid of them last time.
That's such like a fucking great. Fucking radio troll. Like, I'm a wacky morning dude. God, when Bob and Brian, fucking local legends for those who don't know, we are blessed in Milwaukee. Like sometimes they get a little bit into stuff we don't really like because they're kind of older, but they're fucking good. Like they're not like this. We're the wacky morning guys. They have like good chemistry. They're fucking beloved, and this week there's been a whole shakeup because the sports guy that they call every day just up and quit, and half the time they wouldn't even talk about sports.
Zabin
they
quit?
they just had great chemistry. So Zabin, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Jason's been fucking texting me like, and I've been hearing it on the fucking radio. Like, they made an announcement which I missed, but Zabin apparently is doing something else now, and he was just like, arrivederci, bye. And then they're like, oh, that sucks. But they had great chemistry.
Yeah, most of the time they're just talking about The Simpsons or some other shit.
Yeah. So they've been having people trying to fill the void. They've been like
Just
experimenting.
callers or what?
No, like people that are like sports personalities. They had like a chick do it. They had a
Do they
guy
buzz
who
them
just
really bad if
liked
they
to
suck?
fucking scream. Like, well, a guy, like it's like some people are trying to be Zabin, and it's like you're not gonna be
Zabin.
him. Yeah. So there is just a void in the show right now. It was speculated from somebody at work that they're getting a little older. They might be retiring soon. They can't do it forever. So, and that's what I hope they don't fucking replace it with. Is just we're the wacky morning team.
What is it? Ira and the douche or whatever from the league.
Oh, they had
That's
like a
Nick
fake.
Kroll. Yeah, Nick Kroll is like a shitty radio DJ. It's called the douche, and then I think his other radio associate's called Ira.
That's fucking awesome.
They
It's just like shitting on like
shitting on everybody.
DJs.
Yeah, they shit on everybody. They shit on themselves, and they do the voices and stuff. It's gold.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Ghosts and radio DJs. What more could you want on a Friday night?
How about a fucking haunted radio station? Oh, welcome to SPOKY Spook.
I told my mom that headboard story too. We went out. I haven't seen her in like a month or two. I finally saw her. We went out to eat, and I told her the headboard story. Oh my God, her jaw was dropped. She was leaned over the table, just like, I can't believe this story. But the wrap up's so good. It's just like she was like, so what'd you do? Did you cut it open? Like she wanted to know what was inside, like everybody else. No, I just got rid of it. Donated it to Goodwill.
Oh my God.
She was like, I can't believe that. I was like, yeah.
Oh, you should link her up to that thing. That was such like a good, genuine yuck it up. I was red in the face in that video, man.
That shit happens.
Yep. So
Spooky
yeah,
stuff.
we took a little break last couple of weeks to deal with some stuff, but last week we actually sat down and watched the BlizzCon presentation because I had bought a digital
You
ticket.
sucker.
Honestly, it ended up being worth it. Like the mainstream like presentations were kind of cringy, and like some of the other stuff that kind of tried to have like a little shtick go along with it was a little cringy. But like some of the more abstract panels, like about like the programmers and stuff like that, or about like world building and stuff like that, was really interesting. But God, me and Stefan were just sitting here rolling with laughter with them like doing the fucking Apple keynote gig on this with like some guy, I don't know what nationality he was, but
Talking about that like Norwegian guy.
yeah, he's like, hello,
Do you like video games?
I am very excited to present this next title. Aren't you excited to spend money on our products? Hello.
I like video games. Do you like video games? This is a great product by Blizzard.
Oh man, the fucking Diablo fucking announcement about the mobile game. The guy just comes out there and he's like, "Hello, BlizzCon. We love Diablo." Yay! Yay!
I love Diablo too.
That's why I am proud to announce a new mobile platform game. And everyone's like, huh?
It's just some shitty reskin of that Chinese company's other games.
You could
too.
just feel everybody's hearts drop out of their asshole. Fucking 10,000 people in an auditorium just be like,
because Diablo is the true like redheaded stepchild of Blizzard. Like it truly is. It's always on the back burner.
Now, somebody was joking on the forums today. Not the forums, on Reddit, on the WoW Reddit. They're going to come out next year and be like, "Hello, BlizzCon! We love World of Warcraft." And everyone's going to be like, "No! No!
I thought the best part of the BlizzCon thing though was the like intermediary between events announcers. It was like that dude with the frosted tips and the hair sprayed up hair
and the black
the
guy.
chick who's just like, "I'm a gamer too. Let me just close the gap on my Mountain Dew and roll up my Doritos bag."
Oh man, I just really loved sitting there with that, riffing on that Norwegian guy, because he was just like, "Hello, we are very excited about," insert game title here, and by "we are excited," I mean you, the consumer.
It was like something straight out of Futurama.
"Hello, my name is Cramit the Frog. I am here to cram this bullshit down your throat. Isn't that delicious?" But overall,
Warcraft Reforged is a total reimagining of my favorite game, and yours too. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't even that bad. It's definitely exaggerated, but oh man.
Yeah.
There was just a couple moments I was just like, holy crap, man.
yeah,
It's an Apple. It's an Apple
really
little
is.
thing.
Like
Yeah.
I'm totally like the Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'm totally stoked for that, and I dig the art style that they're going with instead of going like cartoony. Like
yeah,
they
it's,
did.
it's
They
still
just
a
went
little
like
cartoony,
yeah.
but it's so much more polished. It's ridiculous how much better it looks.
I am stoked to see that, but it's just like the fucking presentation of it all. It's just like, "Hello, let me beat you up for a little bit, and then
sell
you
you
can
something."
come money into our wallets."
And sell you something you bought 10 years ago. That's my real thing about that. Is it's like,
Make something new. Come on.
yeah. When's the last time Blizzard put out something new? Overwatch. And that game's I've already seen that game sharply decline. I think probably the fastest in any Blizzard game's history.
Now, let me say this. I went over to Sean's barbecue a summer ago, and we're like all grilling out, and we're like, "Where's Stefan?"
Playing
And
Overwatch.
He was over at his house playing Overwatch, which is just up the street. So we decided to walk up there. The curtains are drawn. It's dark. We fucking open the door, and Stefan's just like on the couch, just like, "Hey guys, what's up?" He's got these dark circles under his eyes, like he's fucking been doing heroin for fucking 5 days straight.
It was like Quagmire when he got hooked on Tinder. It looked like Gollum.
I need to leave. I need to reach. I need to reach 100 levels. I need to be the first in my social group.
And I mean, yeah, I was really enjoying it, but there were some design changes that were made, and we even did originally the Overcast. It was like going to be an Overwatch little this podcast because people thought it was going to take off competitively.
Yeah,
and
right.
our Overwatch radio podcast preliminary was it sucks.
Yeah.
There's no way
Straight
it'll
up.
work competitively.
Yeah, Sean had came to us with the suggestion we try to audition a podcast format for this network that was soliciting for a
Because
group to talk about.
he was all about the podcast idea.
Yeah.
He was the main driving force. Ironically, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we basically were like, give us 10 minutes about if you think Overwatch is viable as an esport or not. And we were like, nope.
And it's already, I think it's had probably the sharpest decline in esports watching that I've
It's
even
crazy.
seen.
They're pushing it so hard.
It's
They still
boring.
seem to be-
It's
yeah.
boring to watch. It was impossible to watch for a while because of just the interactive viewer stuff that they had for the game. You couldn't track combat well at all with what was going on, and
That was our complaint originally. I don't know if it's gotten any better because I haven't followed.
I know
it,
they
you
worked on it a little bit, but then just the way the meta's changed, it's boring.
I enjoy the odd match of it, but I don't play it like I play it with friends, a group of friends who wants to play it, and I still enjoy it. But competitively, there's just not enough there for me.
Yeah,
you know.
I haven't touched it in ages.
So, on another note, on the world building panel for World of Warcraft, they had the guy. I think he's a voice actor who plays Reinhardt. They did this thing called Build a Panel, which was, I thought, really interesting. They polled they put up an internet poll and basically asked the people who are going to watch, what kind of panel do you want? What do you want us to talk about? Who do you want us to host? Who do you want to host it, and who do you want to be on it? And it was about World of Warcraft world building. So they had the guy who is, I think he does several Blizzard voice acting gigs, but he's the guy who plays Reinhardt. Now, this guy's a great voice actor, but watching him physically perform, this guy is fucking looking excited with jazz hands personified. He is just... yeah. He is just too much. They were going through, this little, what they call the...
So you Lyle from SNL or what?
They were going through some of the Blizzard vaults where they have all this memorabilia and stuff that they keep, which was
Yeah.
interesting stuff. But this guy is just come down the hallway. Yeah, we're gonna get in the Blizzard vaults. I'm a fucking
Look, we have Ashbringer, the legendary paladin sword.
So he was some sort of a character personified where he was a dude in a fez hat with a really weird mustache. And he gave this monologue to introduce this panel of basically nerd-ass programmers and fucking kind of gruff individuals. And he was...
Don't assume the panel.
He was just over the top in the beginning, and that was his time to shine to introduce it. And then he started to bleed over, being too much, taking too much of the spotlight while the other people were fucking trying to talk. And then it finally, you could see it click in his mind. He's maybe I should tone it down a little bit. Or maybe there was an earpiece and is hey, could you maybe stop that?
Man, I missed that one though.
Yeah, that was day two. Day two. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the fucking the esports. I watched a little bit of Arena.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah,
It's extremely
not really.
hard to watch, and it's really hard to know what the hell is going on. Mm-hmm. Like it is in many of the esports outside of what probably StarCraft or the RTSs.
Yeah. I mean, even then, it's a little dense, but you have a bird's eye view of a battlefield, and there's units, and they're engaging.
Yep.
It's probably the easiest to watch.
Glorious battle.
I don't know what's going on, but it sure does look cool.
So that was our BlizzCon. A lot of ribbing, and I also am excited for Warcraft Reforged, but it's really disappointing to just know that
That I have to wait till December 10th to get my fucking meat wagon. God damn it.
you bought it.
Yeah, I bought it.
Yeah, I probably will too. I'm a sap. But it's they haven't really put out a new project for their main storied products, which either wrap them up or quit remixing them. Like I just want to see them do something new. And I know Overwatch is relatively new and it takes time to make a product. But Overwatch is already, in my opinion, facing a steep decline, and people are sitting there just like, when's the next chapter of an RTS or Diablo coming? I mean, Warcraft Reforged is a great start, but at the end of the day, it's like remixing.
It's the
an
same
album,
thing.
you know?
They are literally making it possible for you to not play with the remix graphics. Like somebody can play with it on, and somebody can play
standard
with it off.
and
They're not changing the game at all. It's just a fresh coat of paint.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm really into those home reno shows, but
Hey, welcome to This Old Game with Bob Bila. We're going to fucking slap a new coat of paint on this RTS and see where she goes. We're going to try
you think people will buy it? You think people will buy it? Those saps? I know I will.
I'm going to fucking walk into the doctor's office. HGTV is going to be on it. It's like, this old video game. Let's see if we can flip this bitch.
Be the new... Yeah, it'll be the new reality TV show, like Bar Rescue or something. I heard of, you know,
the character textures are overbaked.
I actually heard an interesting story about, you remember Bar Rescue was in town redoing
some shithole,
which actually wasn't that big of a shithole. I forgot what the fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I didn't even know about this. But
they ended up redoing it. They ended up redoing it. It was like a 70s Austin Powers theme. But there's a guy at my work that knew the owner, and he only signed up for it because he thought it was going to be added publicity. And apparently, like, after going through the show and stuff, his profits took just an absolute dive. And he ended up losing the bar after Bar Rescue. Like, it was fine. He went on it to hopefully gain more customers, but they just made him and his staff out to be incompetent, and then...
Yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles on reality TV, man.
Yeah, it took a dump, so...
That's a shame. It's a crying shame.
Just like this next story. This one's yours. I'm going to let you take the reins on this one.
Oh, like, shit. Yeah. I sent this one in like maybe 2 weeks ago, but apparently this guy, like, it's spider fuck season in the UK. I think this is in the UK, right?
I was going to assume it was Australia.
I should probably call that up myself, but...
No, it was Tucson, Arizona. This is the US,
Tucson?
baby.
I think something else...
USA.
There was a story just about spider breeding that it fucking... referenced in there, but this guy like tried burning like basically a spider's nest that had hatched, and his place was just kind of like covered in spiders, and he ended up like burning his shit down. Let's see here.
Yeah, he accidentally created a massive blaze that required 23 firefighters to contain it.
Yeah, it's at a fucking trailer park too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is definitely a trailer. I have a lovely picture of the trailer pulled up right now.
I mean, if my house, my personal domicile was infested with millions and millions of spiders, I might do the same thing.
You got that salt shotgun now.
I don't know how it does against spiders, man. Like, you can only kill the Xeno threat with...
the proper ammo.
With the purging flames.
Burn the heretics and the Xenos.
Yep. Gotta fucking... What's the city that Arthas purged?
Stratholme. They may not look infected now. But we must cleanse this. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Fucking fire crews were called to the blaze, and when they arrived, described seeing a woman being carried out of the burning house by her son and several neighbors. Minor injuries. It took firefighters 11 minutes to put out the fire. Okay, this is where I had got the UK thing. There's like a link in the middle of this that just says, meanwhile, houses in the UK are under threat from 150 million sex-mad giant spiders. and they give you a link.
That sounds like
click.
the intro to like an Arachnids 4,
right?
Arachnids 4, the movie. Giant radioactive spiders are just having sex all over London.
Oh, where is it? Where's my would you like to know more? I'm so out of practice. I need to know where it is.
But I can pick up this UK spiders having sex across the UK article here. Here's how you can stop this from happening. Clean up after yourself. Get rid of plants inside your house. Seal up cracks. Seal up cracks and gaps. Get a cat.
Bust out that.
Want to guess what tip number 5? The top tip is.
What is it? Number 5.
Essential oils.
What?
No joke. Apparently, they're not really keen on aromatherapy. So dilute some peppermint oil or eucalyptus oil with water spray. So you know what this sounds like? A bunch of baloney.
So speaking of oils, your boy has been putting the beard oil in, and
they're getting a little lavender in there.
I got this little sample pack from I forget the company, but it had this aroma that was called Mountain Air. It smelled, nice and clean and fresh,
like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, well, no, not sugar. It wasn't sweet. It was like not minty, but like fresh. And then I was like
fresh laundry,
maybe a little bit. But then I had gotten a sample pack of this basically. So it was like 5 different like things you can pick. You can build your own for $20. You get these little vials and you can pick the one that you like and then make your big boy vial purchase. So this one comes with the fucking adrenochrome dropper and shit like that. So I picked this fucking batch, or I picked this fucking scent, and I get the big bottles. And apparently there is just a small amount of patchouli that is mixed into this, which I am not a fan of. It smells like fucking rotten meat farts. Like, straight up. Patchouli, it smells disgusting when somebody has too much on. And I think in this batch, they might have just tainted it
maybe a little too much patchouli.
Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit. So I'm, smelling the stuff. I was like, this smells a little bit like, a meat belch. Like, smells like I fucking ate some bologna and burped it into a bottle.
A crazy bologna burp, a.k.a. pepperoni.
So, I don't know, maybe they're like a smaller niche company. They still don't have their fucking, batch control down. So, should write them back with a serial number that they don't have so they can identify the batch. Declare it rancid and stop this fucking,
this madness before men are walking around smelling like patchouli.
Smelling like meat sweats. Ugh.
I mean, what's the point? That's how you smell regularly. You got to cover it up.
That's like in the fucking, the verbiage for the hippie code, fucking patchouli wearing shower dodgers. It's like cover your stench with something more stinky.
That sounds like our artisanal sweat store. They just start bottling it and selling it.
Oh my god!
Scents.
I had a follow up to because instead of doing just like suggestion box verbatim, I want to just like start working the content in instead. Okay. I had a follow up to artisanal fucking sweatshop, and what was yours? Well,
the Stormstreamer or the pickled. It's not even pickled. The fish. Canned fish dish. It's fermented fish.
And then we had the fucking vomit that would be collected from that store, and it would be the recycled food. And so I had one, it's recycled bath water, but it's not like used bath water, it's steeped. It's pre-steeped. Ugh. So depending on your like,
I can really just picture like a bunch of crust punks running these stores,
I'm picturing some like straight up like Portlandia types, like not the crusty type, but like just the I guess like I don't know when you say crust pump.
Crust pumps.
Crust punk. I think more of just a dirty homeless. Crusty punk guy rather than like the punk hippie crossover. Straight up, I remember going to see not the Avoided, but the Casualties, I think it is. Play at Mad Planet like years ago when I was still in high school, and this dude was like super on like
The old school
fucking
punk kick, yeah.
and like just like he was like a vegan squatter, and he was up there fucking preaching about how when you stop eating animals, your
farts
sweat
smell.
Yeah, your sweat will smell like sweets, basically. Is how he was
God,
up
your
on
farts
his
smell terrible,
soapbox preaching
Your
these
farts
crazy
smell
things.
absolutely terrible, though. Here, this is...
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
These are crusties, man. Well, that's not even a real thing. There's some crusties. They're just punks that wear all black. Oh, here, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, that's the picture I was looking for.
Yeah,
For those of you who do not know the crust punk,
yeah.
here is him in his natural element,
Yeah.
with all of his stereotypes delegated to thought balloons.
Yeah, great website.
I swear to God, the fucking what was the fucking oi guy? Fucking call it up. It's Steve-O. Like to a T.
Choose your scene, oi punk.
I don't know if I picked the right one. But
I'll just call it up. Give me 1 second here.
this is the guy in the green jacket.
Yeah, this website
bomber
hasn't been
jacket.
updated since 2011.
There it is. The working class skin.
Oh yeah,
Love you, Steve-O. That's him. That is
it's even
him.
got the mud chops.
That fucking jacket. Yeah, I wish you could customize them.
Favorite bands. I love this. The favorite playlist: Agnostic Front, The Business, Coxbar, The Bruisers, and Combat 84. I'm pretty sure Steve listens to all of those bands. Let's go to the Black Metal Warrior. Ooh. Yep, I listen to those bands. Yeah, I guess that is me. Except I don't dress like that on the weekends.
You don't dress like that ever. That's a really big toothbrush on his arm there.
Yeah. We're all somewhere in here, folks. Those 2000.
I'd say that's more your look sometimes.
Sometimes.
Crabcore. That's not even a thing anymore. They picked that, and that's had no staying power. All right.
So I was driving to hockey. Did I have hockey last week? No, I had it like 2 weeks ago, I think. Well, anyway, I was driving to hockey, and I go past Miller Park, and I was... can you grab me a soda? But I was driving past Miller Park, and over the Exchangeway, I see one of the electronic billboards, because they've slowly been phasing out basically the rollover billboards. So it was a series of electronic ads for condiments. The first one was like Heinz ketchup. The second one was like Dijon mustard. And the third one was none other than my boy Ed Sheeran. Followed up on a line of condiments. So then I kept driving, and I was like, man, that's just like... that really all fit together really well. And then I was driving past Miller Park, and they had a huge billboard that said, X Roofing Company. And then I saw Miller Park in the background with the dome open. I was like, well, that doesn't really work together very well.
And then this day in history, Big Blue crashes.
Yeah. But I just started thinking about like inappropriate billboard placement, just like, man, those really shouldn't go together. Like an interstate off exit for an adult superstore next to like a mega church.
They come in twos, man.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't line up.
Here's what I'm thinking. You know your boy Jimmy Dean open up the Jimmy Dean sausage companies. Maybe your boy Ed Sheeran is starting his own condiment.
I'd like that. And if it could please be this is what I hope he does.
Ed's jizz fucking mayonnaise.
Here's what I'm hoping he does. Back in the day, I used to have this toothpaste that came in a dispenser. It was like a huge plastic box, and you'd push the top down, and like the white baking powder paste was on one side and the other side was like a blue gel. So it was like 2 toothpastes in this container. It was really over the top. But I hope Ed makes like a condiment dispenser where you can change what you have in these two things. So you could do like ketchup and mayonnaise or mustard and ketchup, whatever else.
Just the fucking epitome of lazy, like fucking the Schmucker's peanut butter and
jelly in a container. Yeah.
Just fucking, dude, just
Shearing, schmearing condiments.
put the fucking croutons in there with it, man. Just do all three. What the fuck?
But you just call it like shearing and schmearing condiments.
Fucking Jason sent us a picture of some crust puns playing the didgeridoo. Damn, Dirt Daddy, that didgeridoo really slaps. Check that out.
Yep. Those are the people that would be selling.
It's crazy. There's some crazy fucking didgeridoo players out there, man. Like,
You have one.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I don't have the lips for it.
I actually have 2. Somebody gave me like their bamboo one. It was like, you want this didgeridoo? I ended up fucking breaking it on Rob Raspberry's shins. Like it had gradually dried out, and then it started to split. And then one night, it was like one of those nights, none of us knew what the fuck happened. But apparently, we got to the point where we were like fucking around.
With the didgeridoos, yeah.
And we took a scene out of Freddy Got Fingered where he hits her with the bamboo. I was like, I got some bamboo. Fucking hit him in the shins with the didgeridoo and just fucking demolished it. It felt really bad, but I think the most of the force went into splitting it, but still, getting hit in the shins sucks.
Yeah, it was almost as good as that night that Steve-O convinced a couple people to do the belly flop onto the cement or onto the ground.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, are you going to do it? I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. Yeah. I was like, I'm not going to do it. So many people just headered right into the floor.
Basically, what we're talking about is where you get on your knees and then put your hands behind your back, and you have to like arch your back and just fully commit to like rolling forward. And if you get it right, you can like catch yourself with your stomach and kind of like rock back and forth. But generally, people just smash their chin
face into it. Yeah,
they catch their chin just right on the fucking ground, and it's hilarious to watch. But until it's your turn to do it, like,
I wasn't intoxicated enough for that nonsense.
Yeah, I fucking totally hit my fucking chin on the ground on that one. But the thing was, he got so many people to do it because he could do it.
Yeah.
Every time he could do it, he's just like, just face your fear, man. And he'd get up there and just go, whoop, whoop, whoop. So easy. And then somebody else was like, okay, I could do it. He'd explain how to do it, and then the person would just get up there and, ugh!
Good old Steve-O. When's he coming back?
No, he's working tonight.
I don't think that's what's really going on. He's just tied up in Red Dead Redemption 2. I have another great news story here.
Up, man.
I have another great news story here. So, it's 8:15. About 3 days ago, I'm at my first break, and I see on Good Morning America a woman gushing over an incredible fashion statement. I look up. It is this monstrosity. It is called the Moncler puff gown. It is like...
What tribe of space nuns are these?
That's what one of my coworkers said. He said it looks like a costume out of Dune.
Yeah, it does.
So if you... some of you
can't
Bene
Gesserits?
Yeah, but some of you guys can't see this. So it's the rolled puff jackets where they're like in vertical lines of insulated puffing, except it's an entire gown. So it goes from the head, like, and it completely encapsulates the head and neck with a zip that comes under your chin, goes all the way down to the feet. It comes out in a belled circle, so you can't actually see the people's feet, and then it has a throw over, like, cape almost top with puff gloves, so you are left with like these T-Rex arms. And it is absolutely disgusting.
It's like a little chamber for you to keep your arms in.
But here's the thing. This is completely ridiculous. Like, this outfit is completely ridiculous, but every article I've seen on it, from quote-unquote fashion magazines are just claiming that they're brilliant, they're absolutely revolutionary, that this is going to be the future of fashion, that this is just cutting-edge stuff. It looks like a shitty 80s...
Buy it, dumbass.
I can't wait to see some people downtown with this.
Like, straight up, do you know what I want to do? I just want to pick them up by their little heads and ring the bell. Just imagine their legs just, like, dangling underneath and ding, 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 ding.
It straight up looks like a Mangatu
So
derelict campaign.
I actually
It's hot garbage.
filled my car up at the gas station that it's closest to my work. I haven't been there in a while, but I stopped there because I like have to fill up, and they had gotten new pumps, and now they got the ones with the fucking annoying TV news like little blurbs on it.
And the speakers are broken on them, or yours are
No, they're brand new. They're brand new.
Because the one I go to...
I wish they were broken because it's just like you wish they would shut up. But you had mentioned this shit to me the night before, and there's like, oh, it's the hot new trend. And even on the fucking gas pumps, they were like, this is the new trend, these puffy jackets. And I was like, oh, that's what Stefan was talking about. That's not at all what I thought he was talking about. What the fuck is this? But then they showed a picture of like, it's like, you know, winter, it's time to bundle up. Check out these hot new winter trends. And they showed that fucking old picture of Lenny Kravitz with a fucking scarf that is bigger than him. If you're familiar with this picture, it's like an old picture.
I can pull it up.
It's one of those things where it's like you look at it.
That was Lenny Kravitz's accessory, was the scarf.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, just Lenny Kravitz scarf. It'll come up. Yep, that's it. That one right there. That's the look at this. He looks like a fucking imperator in the fucking army of men. He looks like go up one. Go to that one. Yeah, right there. He looks like a goddamn space marine with that shit on, man. Look at them pauldrons.
Oh
man.
Lord.
He is ready to fight the Xenos.
Whatever happened to Lenny Kravitz?
I don't know, made some money and then started enjoying it. You can only make so much.
Good for him.
But God, I forgot where I was going with that. I had a follow-up, but poof, gone.
You were talking about the TV displays at the gas station.
Yeah, and they called up Lenny Kravitz in this scarf, and then I started like going off on that.
Well, it's interesting that yours work because the gas station by me, the speakers don't work, but they're just blown out, so it just goes.
It's like some fucking blown out Burger King drive-through. It's like what they're really saying behind that is like, after you get done eating this food, this what's happened to your asshole. What I can't stand is people in supermarkets that fucking have like the phone over their intercom and they just overload the microphone diaphragm in it, but they can hear the result of what they're saying because they're in the environment where it's said. It's like, after all this time, how can you not get this fucking right? Like, I swear to God, I'm in Woodman's every time. It's like, it's like, wow, jeez. Like, you sounded fucking angry, but I know it's just like the distortion.
Yeah.
Apparently, is that on my microphone? Not here, but the new one that I got in chat sounds. Does it sound that bad?
No.
I think
your audio setup sounds good. So does Jason's. I think mine sounds pretty good. Every now and then I'll get some people that have really bad audio input setups through other chat services.
They just don't have it configured correctly either.
Like it'll be way too high or it'll be way too low.
They'll be like,
or it'll be like,
could you say that again? I couldn't hear. I think you need to go and reconfigure your stuff. And they was like, okay. And they come back.
Or you'll just be like, oh, can you keep talking so I can turn you up? And you like turn them up a little bit and it just, or they don't keep talking. They just stop.
Jason went through it with me because I had gotten a set of headphones strictly on the premise that it had a small like bud receiver, because a lot of wireless headphones have like this dongle that's like this big, and it's just like waiting for you to.
That's about 1.5 feet.
Yeah, it's like 2 inches is too big for a laptop. That's just gonna like clip something, snapped, broken.
Yep.
So I wanted something small, like the Logitech thing. So Razer is the only company that has a set of headphones that's like that. But the mic that's in this set of headphones is kind of garbage for what you'd expect for the price. But Jason was like, I was just using my laptop microphone, which apparently is pretty good. Because when I switched to that, he's like, man, it sounds like fucking talking through a tin can or some shit like that. So I was just like trying out all these settings because I couldn't hear myself. It has this function in the software. It's like where you can like unprocessed hear your own voice if you want to like hear your own voice. That shit clips all the time. But if you actually record something into a recording program and listen to it back, it doesn't clip. So I was just basing it off that. You know, I would just like, I'd like say my P's or my C's and it would just be like, and it's like, ah. But I think it was like manifesting because he went from like good quality mic to standard, which is not that great in a lot of headsets.
No.
Nope. And Razer, they're always trying to save a buck, man.
Everyone's trying to save a buck.
They're trying to save a buck by getting the consumer to get fucked.
Yeah, which, speaking of getting fucked as a consumer, I recently have been having, like a couple weeks ago, I had like some lame adult nightmares. So I was sleeping. And
There's Barbie dolls broken after a day.
No, it's kind of actually. So I was sleeping, and like the day before I'd gone to Kohl's and I had bought like a pair of pants and some boxers. And in my dream, I got up and I put the pants on, and then they didn't fit, and I checked the tag on like the back in my dream, and it was like 2 sizes smaller than what I would normally buy. So instead of like a 34, it was like a 30 or something. And then I looked at the sticker on the leg in my dream, and somebody had swapped it for like a 34 or 32 instead of like the 32 it would have been. So basically like somebody swapped the sticker on the outside in my nightmare, and I was just like, fuck, I bought the wrong pants. And I actually woke up, and I was like a little agitated, and I was like, I just had a nightmare about purchasing the wrong size pants from Kohl's. What has my life become?
Even that shit doesn't make sense, because if you're purchasing pants, you try them on in the store.
I don't, because I know my size. So I just go in there, I'm like, oh, this will fit, and I grab it.
I always try them on first because I don't know how fat I've gotten. Because you know what? I like to wear my pants until they disintegrate off of my body, till they're like, well fit. And I like to get a pair of pants that's a little bit too small so you grow into them and they fit you really nice, instead of just like, I'm walking around with empty tubes of Yoplait yogurt Go-Gurt around my legs. I like hate that feeling too. Like I hate like Levi's. I like Levi's, but if you buy them too big and they sit a little bit too low and you spread your legs, they fucking break. Oh my God, how they have fallen from grace. There's this guy at work, swears by this fucking, I don't know the brand, but he's like, they make it out of the same material that they make fire hoses out of, and they guarantee them for life.
Was this like Duluth Trading Company or something?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Why do they, is that?
No, because Sean gave me a very similar spiel when he went and bought some stuff at Duluth Trading Company. He was like, it's for the working man who's got some money, blah, blah, blah. Kevlar pants or some shit. And I was like, okay. I got like a pair of Carhartts. I don't really like them that much.
Yeah, me neither. I don't really like the Carhartt brand, man. It's because that fucking country bro up the fucking street bouncing in the Carhartt onesie, man.
I love the flannel I got from them, but the pants I got are like some ripstop pants, and I wasn't expecting that. I just wanted like regular cotton pants.
I'd like a nice pair of Dickies, but they don't make different sizes of that, really. It's like
Dickies just never fit.
It's like fit to your waist. They don't break in. Like, it has to fit to your waist, and if your fucking legs are just going to be tubes after that, then so be it.
Yeah, I got like some thinner cut Dickies once, and
uncomfortable.
they just like don't fit ever. And then the legs always, the like seams on the legs always twist too. It's really weird. Like they just don't sit right. Don't like them, which is unfortunate because if I did like them, they'd be a really good source of like that chino work pants type deal.
You know what Dickie should do? They should bring back the fucking Panzer Tank Commander style cut.
That's
like
kind of what happened with
pouches on this side.
That's kind of what happened with the pants I bought because they were like loose up top and then they were really tight on my leg. So it kind of had that going on a little bit. I still have them.
This is our Rommel cut.
We call it the Desert Fox.
It's because it's a nice sand beige.
Eat your
Not
heart
because
out.
we're Nazis.
Eat your heart out, Moncler puff gown. We're bringing back the poof pants.
Yeah, and then next they just start like amping it up. Like, this is the parachute pant for the working man. This is actually you can use this as a parachute. It's made out of hemp.
Do you have some of those guys at work?
Hey, Kitty Cam! Oh, he's not in frame.
Oh, do you have some of those guys at work? The guys that just rock the paracord?
What's that? Oh, you mean like a
Like the
little
paracord bracelets
Yeah,
or necklaces
no.
is basically the equivalent of a
piano wire you could strangle somebody to death
no,
with?
I was gonna say the shell necklace.
Use a tourniquet to keep your dick hard in extreme nature.
Erectile asphyxiation
Erectile
scenarios.
dysfunction situations. No, don't got
Yeah,
anybody
we got
like
a couple
that.
guys at work that rock the paracord stuff. I've
Well, that's
had a
because you
couple
got
friends that
somebody
do-
who walks around. It's like, oh, another great day to make stuff for the military. Hoorah!
Yeah, do you like keeping America free? Jesus. I got that from somebody at my work. It was just like, are you kidding
Yeah.
me right now?
Like, not laughing at that, but like laughing at the situation it was said in.
Yeah.
It was like, really?
Yeah, there's a couple guys that rock like the paracord thing, and it's just like the equivalent. It's today's equivalent to me of like the Piku shell necklace or whatever. Like it's
Puka?
completely the Puka
Piku
shell
shell?
necklace. Yeah, but it's like it's completely useless, in my opinion. Like you're not. When the hell are you gonna take 10 minutes to undo the entire paracord necklace, the entire paracord thing?
What if it's all you got? What if, Stefan? What if a guy is robbing the gas station in front of me and I don't have my fucking Glock on me? God damn it. I could be a hero.
You'd be better off taking it off and flicking it at him. Taking the time to undo it and set up a fucking bear hunter banana peel grab trap fucking Scooby-Doo style to get this guy. Like,
Yeah, could you imagine that? It's like, the gas station is being robbed. I'm going to go out, get this palm tree all the way to the ground and set up a snare trap to fling him 500 yards that way.
with my paracord bracelet. Yeah. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. No.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah, man. I actually do have... I wanted a good backpack to skateboard around town with. And
Yep.
I got, what's something called an EDC backpack. And I was, going through a bunch of reviews. EDC stands for Everyday Carry. Unfortunately, there's a highly practical group of that where it's like, oh, these are bags that you can get that can carry a bunch of useful shit. And that has a high overlap with crazy bug out prepper gun carriers. And I actually bought a backpack that is designed to have a Velcro gun holster, so I could get the holster thing because it forms to whatever gun you're going to carry.
Yeah.
So I could put my drill, my battery screwdriver in it, so I could unscrew my skateboard battery.
Oh, okay.
quickly.
Yeah, to do some quick on the fly shit without having to have a crappy skate
Yeah.
tool and sit there for 20 minutes.
Yeah, because if I'm just in the middle of town, I don't really fucking want to be stranded someplace
With
changing
dead
a battery.
Yeah.
I want to be able to scoot at 17
scoot
miles an hour. I want to be able to scoot away from the man who is trying to accost me.
I mean, at that point, you're going to be wishing you had the paracord bracelet, because if you're about to get accosted and your battery dies, I don't even care how much time you have.
They're going to just be like, sir, your shoelace is untied. It's like, no, that's just my paracord. Ready at the hip. It's just ready to go. Oh man, I never thought shitting on people with paracord bracelets could be so much fun, Stefan. There's just so many bits that could be had. You know, if you had some paracord, that mic I could fix that.
You could fix that for me. That'd be great. Oh yeah, but paracord. I mean, if you want to rock the puka shell necklace, the paracord, whatever, fine.
You know, I'll
let you be. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you're never going to use that. You don't need that.
You know who Richard Hammond is, right? He's one of the three from Top Gear.
Yeah. He's a little guy, right?
Yeah, he's a little guy. I could just like hear him. My man is, oh, God damn it. I'm always a little guy. But he does like a bunch of other shows, and I was watching some of them recently, and there's one called Engineering Connections where they talk about modern stuff and then talk about the history of like engineering principles.
It's so crazy. So I just Googled
but
it. It's just...
I bet you won't have to scroll through this list long until you find a picture of him with a puka shell necklace. To be straight up.
I found this one of Jeremy Clarkson. Mind blown. No, well, the thing I was going to say is it's just crazy for me because I hadn't watched Top Gear probably since it came out. I haven't had TV in ages. This guy is so much older than when the show really started, you know? Like that
he's still the youngest looking of all of them.
I know, but it's crazy to just like finally take that in of just like he used to look like this and now he looks like this.
Show the first one. Show the first one. Oh yeah, that was after the fucking
he used to look like this. Sorry. And now he looks like this.
That was after
the accident.
He crashed like a supercar filming for Amazon's new TV series.
Which did that end up ever taking off?
I gotta be honest with you. I love Top Gear. I love the three of them as presenters.
Yeah.
I love them in their own rights for stuff that they've done, like outside of Top Gear. Top Gear was fucking great. I'm not a car guy, but Top Gear is just a great show to watch because of the interactions of those three. Did not have the same feel when they went to the Grand Tour on Amazon. Like I was optimistic for a while. Yeah, it really is too bad.
Because the other Top Gear show needs to just stop. Too.
Is it still going? The one with Matt LeBlanc and that fucking ginger guy?
I don't know, but I assume it is.
Dude,
This is that whole thing.
I was just like, come on. Whoever Jeremy Clarkson punched, just get over it and get back to making the money and making a great show. Because it's just, your new show just isn't there.
It's just that whole let it die. Let it have the moment it had in the
It was a long moment, man.
Yeah, and stop bastardizing it.
It was like 25 seasons, I think.
Which echoes my feelings about Star Wars now. It's just like, just let it die.
Hey, speaking of Star Wars, fucking new series with the Diego guy from Rogue One in the works.
Yep. Probably my least favorite character out of the new one.
Really? You didn't like Cassian?
Oh wait, the guy from Rogue One. I thought we were talking about the douchey dude from who's like the new Red leader in the newer series. The guy that makes terrible
Rebels?
Leadership choices. No, the guy that was in Last Jedi.
Oh,
no. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go off and do my own thing and be a hero, kill everybody.
No, man, this is Civil War era, like leading up to it. So,
Cassian was the male guy who gets.
Yeah, the
Oh no, I don't want to spoil the end of Rogue One for anybody.
Yep.
But yeah,
don't want to spoil the end of World War II for anybody, but the Nazis lose.
Yeah, so they're making a series about him. I saw they canceled the Boba Fett movie for the mini series.
They canceled the Boba Fett series?
No, the movie. It's just the series now.
I would prefer a series because that's more content,
They can do whatever they want. I'm signed out. I can't believe I would ever have said that.
What'd you think of Solo?
Never saw it.
Give it a chance. Like Last Jedi, blue. Solo, way better. Yeah, Last Jedi belongs in the toilet. Somebody at work.
Can we get a flushing?
Yeah,
A flushing sound bit too. I want the Mangatu. Am I taking crazy pills? And I want the flush.
I should just arm you with the ability to make your own and then set up a directory. So you can grab these and it's just like, yeah, I'll just, yeah, man, I put it in the folder.
Yeah,
you can
flush
do
it.
it right now.
But yeah, flush Last Jedi. I'm gonna bring up a toilet noise.
Oh my god! Like, well, even they're taking a stance in like the media of advertising Episode 9 as a course correction. So. Yep.
Yeah, flush that shit.
Do it.
Okay, so what are they doing with Episode 9? A course correction?
Yeah.
So
That's
J.J.
about
Abrams
it.
can write all the wrongs.
So we can rewrite Return of the Jedi.
They have to
Again.
retcon it already. Oh yeah, we got to retcon that. Sorry, Disney here. We got to retcon that. Yeah, polish that turd up there.
I'm still signed on because of the track record of the Disney flicks so far, they are at a 75% for me, which is still a D.
For you. For you, yeah.
Well, you didn't. What? Come on. Last Jedi was just like so bad.
Yeah, it was
Force
terrible.
Awakens wasn't that bad.
I didn't like it that much though. I liked Rogue One. I haven't seen Solo yet.
Do yourself favors. See
If
Solo.
I like Solo, it's at 50%, which is an F.
Yeah, well, are we grading on coin flips here, or are we grading on the
guess it's coin
the
flips.
school system that failed us?
I guess it's coin flips
Yeah.
at this point.
Oh my god! I just brought up that screaming face. Ugh. Yeah. See Solo. I don't know how you'll feel about it. I liked it because I thought what they were going to do is pull a bait and switch with Woody Harrelson being in it, and they didn't. He actually has like a pretty big role in it, and I love Woody Harrelson. Like, he's pretty much just Woody Harrelson in a Star Wars movie, and
People like Woody.
yeah, dude, I fucking
People like the Woody.
he was doing rounds for War of the Planet of the Apes, or War for the Planet of the Apes.
That's the
and-
one where he plays the mad general or
Yeah,
whatever.
I
I
didn't-
don't know how that movie actually goes because I was
haven't
not a
seen it.
big Planet of the Apes film series fan.
Me neither, but like the new series, the one, like the first one with James Franco in the ape, and like the origin story of it.
I love you. Me, gorilla. You, man. Love.
I think his name was Caesar or something.
Yeah.
A little bit of foreshadowing there. The second movie was definitely a little weaker, but watchable.
Yeah, a little
But-
foreshadowing is he gets stabbed in the back by 21 other apes in the ape senate.
Maybe that happens in
Yeah,
the,
in the
in the
next
third
one.
one. Maybe we just spoiled it for
Yeah.
me. Maybe you spoil for me.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, talking about spoilers, like
You know what I am excited for?
what?
We're talking about remakes. We're talking about Planet of the Apes. I'm excited for like the new Godzilla stuff. I love a good, just
kaiju,
huge monsters just
kaiju story.
yeah, just smashing into each other, just plasma breath, huge moss, three-headed dragons. I liked the whole King Kong thing. I would just wish there was more monster fights in it. Because like the story with the Marines and stuff was just real cinchy, and the female photographer
Yeah, not enough monsters smashing shit.
just punching each other. Vulgar display of Power album cover for
Right.
an hour and 30 minutes, please, with apes and
Now, please don't take this as to go the fucking Transformers route. Don't do that. So where it's so busy that like these are supposed to be giant machines, and they're just like there's like no weight to them. Like I want fucking just like big meaty like weighty swings, slow combat, fucking cities getting destroyed. Just let
pile
us see
drivers
the
into
weight
the
of it.
ocean. Yeah.
And then, call in Prince of Space, something like that, just to come down and save us. Just call in a guy with just rectangles for an eyes and a mouth and 2, like, triangles for noses with fucking...
The Iron Giant, basically.
with the laser beams here and here. And then a group of scientists just being like, oh, Godzilla, you can't take anymore. And then a little annoying kid be like, oh, I love Godzilla.
You want a little throw to oh man, what was that MS3K with the
Gamera?
turtle? Yeah, it's the little Gamera throw back there. Timmy, take that turtle outside. No.
Fucking I was explaining to Jason because we've been running like the early WoW dungeons. There's that Gamera.
He was like, I've never seen Mystery Science Theater or something, and I was just like,
you uncultured swine.
You say you're from the Midwest. Oh, he doesn't really say that.
Hey, he just downloaded the Twitch app, so I'm going to turn him on to the Rift Tracks channel because, man, that fucking channel kills it. I've just been turning that on like Sundays, just reliving the old tradition with me and my pops where we'd watch MST3K on the Sci-Fi channel. Yeah, just like, I don't get all these jokes because I'm too young. But I still like it.
I like making fun of stuff, though, so that's great. Right? I feel like that played into me kind of being a prick.
Same
I don't understand all these jokes, but man, I like making fun of stuff. It's great.
Oh, it is fucking great. I particularly like the Rift Tracks Twitch channel because it's none of the modern movie stuff. It's all old shitty movies. It's like just a constant stream of like MST3K style stuff.
Yeah.
But like with more modern stuff, you start seeing stuff from the 80s on there with like Christopher Walken and like shitty action movies that they were like big hits then, but now they're like, ugh.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah.
I wish I knew what the Christopher Walken one was that I was watching.
I saw him in a weird movie with Jack Black and Ben Stiller over the weekend. It was called
Envy.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
Yeah, he's just like a hermit trying to help Ben Stiller get back at Jack Black for fucking inventing vaporize.
Yeah, where does the poo go? I was watching that movie and it was so funny because I've shown you this video before where it's like where it's Ben Stiller just like, oh, it's the little things. It's the little things, where he just repeats that like 100 times. It's part of the Owen Wilson WoW channel, but they branch out to insult Ben Stiller, always saying the same thing. He talks about the little things in that movie quite a bit. And I made mental notes each time, and the girl was watching on the couch, and the whole time I was just like, every time he brought it up, I looked over and I was like, oh yeah, it's the little things. She's like, shut up. Stop! You're ruining the movie. Yeah.
God, I had a ex-girlfriend. We were watching the remake of the Poseidon Adventure, and they were like,
Life Aquatic or what?
No, it's the Poseidon
the
Adventure,
one, yeah.
The remake of it, not the original one. So they're at the back of the boat, and they have to decide if they're gonna jump off into the icy cold waters because, like, the fucking it's the stern's the ass, right?
I think so.
It's sticking up into the air, and they gotta jump out of some fucking tube. And she just looks at me. He's like, "Do you think they'd die if they did that?" I was just like, "Yes." I just had to constantly keep explaining. It's like, I don't know. It's a fucking movie. Come on, just enjoy the movie.
Yeah,
you're supposed to suspend disbelief.
Yeah, the constant questions on some things. It's just like,
it was some people. It is. It's like that. It's like fucking wrestling. Like, that's the essence of wrestling. It's like, for like a little bit, it's like, everybody understands this.
Everybody winks at each other and they go, hey, yeah.
Let's enjoy this for a little bit.
Yeah. And that's like the glory of it. That's why I like enjoy wrestling in a non-ironic fashion. I like enjoy wrestling for like the 5 minutes where everyone just goes, suspend your beliefs and what is real.
Hang up your suspenders.
And acknowledge that these people are just ridiculous characters and all that stuff.
Wasn't it you that said you're going through like old wrestling episodes on Hulu? That's where they're at?
Not really. On Hulu, it's not old wrestling. It's NXT, so it's like the amateur. It's like the minors of wrestling. Like those guys wrestle when they go. Yeah, when they hit their big match, it goes to like a primetime pay-per-view event for the WWE.
It's where
which
they have
is like
fucking
the NFL.
guys like the tarantula is just two guys glued together, so he has 8 limbs.
And they go to the primetime spot, which is like the opener for the WWE. Like they all suck, but there are some really great characters on there. There's one guy, I forget his name, but his whole shtick is he's like a party animal. So like a huge crowd comes out with him like being carried out, and he literally like backhands and slaps people as like his fight moves. It's hilarious. I wanted to call him Clem Fandango, but I know that's not his real name because Clem Fandango is from Toast of London. Can you hear me?
I just thought I remember you saying you were watching like classic wrestling, and you were talking about, somebody was talking about how they just don't even have like the pay-per-view events that were like the exciting
Just in
shit.
general, you can't watch the pay-per-view ones without buying, I think, a wrestling package.
A wrestling VHS
And if you're,
set.
if you're buying some kind of wrestling primetime HBO special, ooh. I won't even pay for hockey.
Right? Jason's got it.
Ridiculously expensive.
Ridiculously expensive, and they still give you fucking blackouts.
Yeah,
man.
that's
What the
like,
fuck?
why the fuck would I pay for that?
Granted, it's not that much. Like, I don't give a fuck about Minnesota, but it's still like any game that's covered in your local over-the-air network shit is blacked out if it involves Minnesota.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't get it. I'm still waiting for somebody to explain to me why they don't want you to watch XYZ.
Money, because they want the viewers to tune in to that because they bought the rights to it. It sucks. It's like you're only pissing people off in the long run, but I guess statistically, it's making them money. Otherwise, they fucking wouldn't do it. Bottom line.
Bottom line.
And that's the bottom line.
I am the Senate.
Here's something bottom line for you. Did you see this Russian asbestos company putting Trump's picture on their packaging?
What? No. That's fucking
Get
great.
a load of this
Let's
shit.
see that. You zoom into that.
Yeah, right there. You see that?
Wowee.
DT asbestos.
There's still just like open asbestos mines in places in Russia.
Yeah, he
Like
was trying to get asbestos in the U.S.
It's like fucking why, man? That's like a terrible slow death,
Yep. I know. I watch Property Brothers. When there's asbestos, they got to call in specialists.
I'm
Okay?
talking about like people who are living in towns.
So you get mesothelioma or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah.
And it's like, I saw this like interview with a woman who's living in a town affected by that. She's like, I know that I'm exposed, and that's going to be my death, and that's going to be my children's death. And it's just like it affects generations of people who have been exposed to it. And in Russia, there's straight up. I saw this interview, not really interview, a news piece for Vice back when they were doing like actual like interesting. Important,
Vice was
edgy
reporting
stuff.
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of just going off of, oh, here's the
That
dildo
lasted-
queen of Tokyo.
Yeah. They literally fell off so quick. I think it was, 5 years ago? Everyone was just like, Vice, it's like the best news ever. And now it's just like, you said, the dildo queen of Tokyo.
What really killed it for me is like their editorials that they give, the people that they give the access to write their editorials for. It's just like, where the fuck did you find this person who's just trying to be so edgy?
Well, you watched Fred Armisen's mockumentaries for the Vice
No, I
Vice
didn't.
stuff, have you? Okay, well, he does a...
It's funny because he kind of looks like one of their older war correspondents. who
But yeah,
did,
he
like,
does
really
a
good
series of mockumentaries. The first one's like a horror mockumentary. The second one was a Vice mockumentary about interviewing Colombian drug lords. It was fucking hilarious. He does a couple of them. It's like a little series. I don't remember the name of it right now. I'll Google it for you. But Continue about just Vice being terrible.
Well, this was back when they were good. This lady went to a place in Russia that has just a big mine. It's a big open pit where they mine asbestos. And she got out and she was like in all this like protective gear to, you know, stop exposure of herself to it. And like the people were just walking around like wasn't
Like,
a
no
thing.
big deal.
Yeah, and they were laughing at her, basically. There's nobody like that, but basically the town... When
That was me coughing.
It got, yeah. I threw the camera on you for a second there. It basically got down to the town of people understands that if the asbestos mine goes under, the town goes under, and that's their livelihood gone. So they basically just kind of accept it and don't talk about it at the local level. But it's still like something that needs to be phased
Addressed.
out, which we've already started to do in this country. We've already... And in most countries, you know?
Yeah, it's bad for you.
Bad for you. We're starting to phase it out. We probably phased it out slower than we could have just because of that fact, because there was like livelihoods based on it, where it's like you can't just yank something away because you're going to create more strife
Rip the
and
Band-Aid
potential.
off.
Yeah. But still, like it's like changing from oil to clean green energy or like alternate. It's like you can't
Tell
just
me.
get rid of the oil infrastructure.
Please tell me you have watched some of the new South Parks. Because the
No.
latest one was about...
Didn't we just talk about this the other night? You know I haven't.
The latest one was them apologizing to Al Gore for the Man Bear Pig episode. It was great. And there was some Red Dead Redemption 2 stuff in there, too. They're doing great this season.
You know, I like that stuff, but basically I don't like that they're they have established. I tried to make a point and I hit the button and it went to the empty seat. This is our listener base right here. Basically, like South Park is funny, but I hate how much they depend on just like world events to draw from. Because they basically developed a format to make something in like 8 days, I think it is. Or is it, what is 6 days?
7 or 6.
6 days to South Park was the documentary.
Yeah.
But they're just like doing stuff so based on the current climate that I feel like when you go back and watch some of this older stuff, like you can go back and watch older episodes of South Park and they're relevant because they weren't just based on like current events.
Yeah.
But as you go forward, I feel like a lot of that's going to kind of be lost.
So you want to cancel South Park, which is their new tagline.
Really?
Yeah, their new tagline is #cancel South Park.
I mean, hey, we want to retire. We made our money. How much money can you make?
Yeah, can we stop? By the way,
Do you like us yet? Are we cool now?
the Fred Armisen mockumentary show is with Bill Hader, and it's called Documentary Now.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I started
Jake
watching
Pine
it.
actually got me watching it.
I started watching like an episode of it, but I didn't.
The first episode was hard to get through. The second one was really good, though.
Man, I fucking love Bill Hader. Anytime he goes on like Kimmel, it just fucking slays.
Dude's got a very infectious laugh. For me.
I just love his impressions. He's like a good impersonator.
That's good. It's good to have a...
Impersonation's good, asbestos bad. Maybe we should wrap up this segment and then come back at you with some music if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm going to have a bit of a curveball, though.
That's fine because I didn't listen to your suggestions that you were going to say.
That's cool. I didn't either.
Okay, we will... actually, I'm thinking about doing this week is splicing these two things out. So this will be the end of the regular episode. And then if you want to catch the music reviews, they will be on later in the week.
Oh,